Today is Friday, September 23, 2016. Welcome to this edition of the Government News Brief. In the news, government pursues strengthening health sector ties with China. Child Protection Agency says child abuse and child sexual abuse are on the increase. And Guyana observes International Deaf Awareness Week. Stay tuned for the details. Thank you for staying with us. I am Azim Khan. The strengthening of health sector ties between Guyana and the People's Republic of China is being pursued. Details in this report.
The public health sector in Guyana can see major contributions from the government of the People's Republic of China. The visit of the Vice Minister of National Health and Family Planning Commission of China aims to assess the needs of the local health sector and to make further contributions.
This visit can be a great contribution to the relationship between China and Guyana, especially on the realm of the public health. And this time I would like to show my great wishes on the realm of ophthalmology and minimal invasive surgeries and general surgeries to fill in the blanks on the medical skills. And meanwhile, I take a great donation on the medical supplies and medical instruments to the public hospitals in Georgetown.
Minister within the Ministry of Public Health, Dr. Karen Cummins, speaks of the excellent bilateral ties between the two countries.
Guyana and China, we have been having a relationship for about 4 decades now, and the Chinese have been offering service in the Ministry of Public Health for about 23 years. They have been giving excellent services, and we want it to continue. We want to strengthen our relationship, hence the visit.
The Vice Minister and her team will be meeting with health officials of the Ministry of Public Health and the Georgetown Public Hospital to be briefed on the current status of healthcare in Guyana for collaboration and support from the Chinese government. For the Government News Brief, I am Delicia Haynes.
A call has been made for the public to assist in reducing the scourge of child abuse and child sexual abuse, which are on the increase, says the Child Care and Protection Agency. Here is more in this report.
Director of Child Protection Agency CPA Ann Green says there should be no reported cases of child abuse and it is a time to put an end to this act. Green explains.
We have had at CPA reports for Guyana 2,238 reports of child abuse. That includes all forms of abuse. And the sexual abuse, 441 cases. That's sexual abuse. It's really too much. One too much. No child should be abused.
Green, who was speaking to the gathering at the child abuse rally in Linden, explains that figures which were recorded from January to July 2016 represent only the reported crimes. She says that there are many unreported ones that should be revealed.
This silence of childhood sexual abuse is what protects the abuser and enables the abuse to continue. So parents, caregivers, and all here this afternoon, I want you to know that children who are being sexually molested are silent children. They're silent, they're not talking, but you gotta see the signs.
Meanwhile, Senior Child Protection Officer Tiona October says that amidst the challenges in prosecuting child abusers, the CPA is currently working along with the victims to provide the necessary help.
We're actually providing counseling for the children, especially the victims. They come, we have like a group counseling session once a week, and we're supposed to be having an empowerment teenage pregnancy program, should be starting next month. So that would be 6 weeks. So we're trying to actually help the children, or the girls, and the boys, who are actually sexually molested.
Deputy Commander of E Division, Alistair Roberts, says the Guyana Police Force is committed to working along with the various non-government and government organizations to eradicate child abuse countrywide. Renetta LaFleur for the Government News Brief.
Investment promotion activities are currently ongoing to boost external investment for Guyana's economy. Here are the details.
Local manufacturers will now have the opportunity to expand to the South American market after the Guyana Office for Investment, GoInvest, will carry out a series of promotional activities in Peru. These activities are expected to attract investors from the continent to the local market. Chief Executive Officer of GoInvest, Owen Verui, explains.
The next one that is upcoming is the La Flavors Connect Americas event in Peru at the end of September. We will be attending that event. We will actually be taking promotional materials from companies that exist in Guyana right now and samples of products that are capable of being exported to the South American market.
These promotional activities are made possible by external investment agencies, most of which provide representations for GoInvest.
We've been partaking in routine trade shows and investment promotion activities that has either been offered by the Caribbean Association of Investment Promotion Agencies, those that are linked to the Inter-American Development Bank.
GoInvest serves as the primary contact for exporters and investors, liaising with government agencies and ministries to create a sustainable investment climate. Areas that are currently open for investment in Guyana are in agriculture, agro-processing, forestry, tourism, information and communication technology, mining, energy, manufacturing, and general services. For the Government News Brief, I'm Tiffany Rogers.
Incorporating sport education into the school's curriculum will not only contribute to the personal growth of students, but can aid in the promotion of social cohesion, according to Education Minister Dr. Rupert Roopnaraine. Here is that report.
Sport in a country like ours, with very well-known ethnic fault lines, sport is an area where I believe we can do a great deal to heal the divisions in the society. I have felt this from the beginning, and it is the reason that I have urged that we have sports in schools, that we must re-equip the schools, we must fix the playing fields.
To ensure that sport education is used as a vehicle for social cohesion, the Education Minister says the ministry is working to ensure that the subject quickly occupies a prominent place in the school curriculum.
What we need to adapt to very quickly in the Ministry of Education is to embrace the idea of getting onto the school curriculum in a very formal way, the idea of sports and music. I don't think it should be left to fancy and whimsy, but it should be done in a very structured way.
From the beginning of his tenure, the Education Minister has restated his belief that the country should not be measuring its education system by the number of subjects children passed at examination, but by the quality of students produced. The minister had pledged to incorporate into the system several subjects to achieve this objective. Sports and music were identified as two of these subjects. For this Government News Brief, Namila Henry Rowe.
International Deaf Awareness Week is being observed from September 25 to October 1. It aims to increase public awareness of deaf issues, people, and their culture. Details in this report.
Deafness is the third most common form of disability in the world. This may serve to explain why there is greater need for deaf awareness among today's society. Tracy Chumley, president of CNI's Signing Hands, tells us about the importance of promoting Deaf Awareness Week.
We have many issues. For example, deaf children are hidden in the home. They're not encouraged to go out, go to school, because the parents are either afraid or embarrassed. They don't know what to do with their deaf child. So we want to encourage parents to understand about the deaf. Other things like encouraging hearing to understand that the deaf person has to be equal, just like a hearing person.
Chumley explains that deaf persons experience many challenges on a daily basis, especially when trying to communicate with hearing persons. Chumley says that in order to make the interaction with a deaf person a pleasant experience, most hearing individuals will require a few tips. Hence, greater awareness is needed.
When you come up to a deaf person, just come around into their peripheral vision, because their peripheral vision is very acute. And so if you just come around the side of them, they will notice that you're there. Many deaf people don't know how to write. Maybe the hearing person could draw a picture, a simple. You don't have to be an artist, just a simple picture, something basic.
Deaf Awareness Week 2016 is being celebrated in Guyana under the theme Mastering the Dream. Several activities is being planned and executed by the volunteer-run organization CNI's Signing Hands. For the Government News Brief, Sinika Thorne reporting.
We have come to the end of today's edition of the Government News Brief. The details of these and other stories can be found on GINA's website. GINA has an active Facebook page and we encourage you to visit and like us. Join the GINA mailing list by subscribing to our website and YouTube channel. Do join us again on Monday for another edition of the Government News Brief. Thank you for watching and have a safe weekend.